All right, we have some updates regarding Brandon Ayuk's big time contract that he finally inked today. Woo! Feels good to say that. So let's get into the details about what just dropped. Obviously, we know Brandon Ayuk signed a 4-year, $120 million deal, $76 million guaranteed. Well, the information has come out about how that's structured. And I think you will appreciate hearing this because I think it will help the San Francisco 49ers in the long term. So let's get into it. So, according to Jeremy Fowler, Brandon Aiyuk has obviously going to get the $76 million guaranteed, but 47 million of that will come prior to April 1st of next year. So this means this is a heavily front loaded contract, meaning the majority of the money he makes from the guaranteed standpoint will occur this year. So, as a result of that, obviously, right? I know a lot of people are concerned, like, oh, did we overpay? What does this mean for the future? The fact that the 49ers can shift and front load this contract and put the money up front can allow the 49ers more cap flexibility on the back end of the deal. So what that means is that guys like Brock, potentially Diamador Lenore, and those situations, you can kind of fit these contracts in together. Like if you backloaded Brock's deal versus front loading it, and they have that makes these deals kind of sit on top of each other and kind of even out a little bit. I think, at least from my understanding, that is the way that the San Francisco 49ers can balance these contracts. And I think that's the key word there is balance. Is like they have that's why try not to stress too much about the what's being paid out to these players, because the 49ers can find ways to make it work. There's all these little levers to pull that can open up money here, clear cap space there, restructures here. So there's all these little tools and avenues that these front offices understand how to work, how to pull to be able to stack these deals together. So, in regards to this whole situation, um, I'm not really like upset about this. I think this is good news. I think this is good information regarding it being front loaded. Um, I think that's the best case scenario, honestly. And we know we have some cap space available this season. I think, yeah, I don't have the numbers in front of me, but I think we're close to the top of the league, if not at the top of the league in available cap space. So it makes sense to do a front loaded contract in the form of guarantees. So I think a lot of fans have kind of been stressing a little bit, like, how is this going to impact us into the future? I do believe the 49ers are smart enough to be able to get this thing done in the right way. And this is me right now. Like, I'm excited about this. I'm hyped. Again, I try not to stress over other people's money. It is what it is. What I care about the most is this guy and what he does for this team on the field. And that is huge. So getting him back, fantastic. I love it. Um, and the ability to kind of maneuver this deal so that it makes sense for this team in the long run, that's kind of what you're looking for. So it sounds like that is the case. And hey, Brandon Ayuk got paid, and honestly just really happy about it. I think that most fans are happy about it. One of the reasons being that the situation, the saga, as we kept referring to, is over. Um, so I'm very happy that that's the place of where we are at. Um, who wins, who loses here? We all win. The 49ers win. Brandon Ayuk wins. Brock Purdy wins. Debo Samuel wins. George Kittle wins. We all win. CMC wins. This helps all of us. Even Charvarius Ward, he posted to his social media. He took one of my posts, he shared it to his story, and he said Super Bowl bound. They know how important this guy is to this roster. They know exactly what he brings to the table. So, very, very excited about this. Very just feeling good. There's not one part of me that feels bad about any of it. Again, I know fans are kind of like they're concerned about the money and what it means for the don't be. Just don't be. The 49ers got this figured out. Parag Marathe's been doing this a long time. He's going to figure out where to get money from. He will. So I'm not totally concerned about that. But I was concerned about keeping this roster together. So I'm very happy that that is the case and that we kept Brandon Aiyuk. Now I feel like, all right, it was like the last infinity. Oh, well, there's one more infinity stone. They've gotten 4 out of the 5 infinity stones taken care of. Now the search for the final infinity stone is on. And hopefully the 49ers can get this figured out in the next week or so. Because 49ers play football on Sunday. What is it? October 5th? No, let me move my calendar. On September 8th. I was like, October 5th. That does not sound right. So on September 8th, I believe, or 9th. You know what? Don't listen to me. You have a ha 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 ah aha September 9th. God. I'm crazy. This situation has made me crazy, but that's fine. Who cares, man? Who cares, man? Who cares? We paid Brandon Aiyuk after all that. Oh, breathe. We've done it. We have done it, and I am pleased by this whole situation. Feels fantastic. Feels phenomenal. Do you guys feel better about this now that it's kind of sunk in? You've been able to process it. The information has kind of come out. It's a little bit more clear. Obviously, we heard about how there was a potential chance that he was going to get traded to the Broncos, I believe it was. But I think the stipulation was would have had to accept a trade for Cortland Sutton and a third, but the Broncos declined, which meant the 49ers weren't going to trade Brandon Aiyuk to the Steelers for draft picks. Shout out to the Broncos for not accepting that trade and allowing the 49ers to do something foolish like that. So that's probably some of the best news. I got to, inside joke on the channel is I'm a Broncos fan. So Broncos country, let's ride. Shout out Broncos for not trading us Cortland Sutton so we could keep Brandon Aiyuk. I love it. I love it. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments below. And as always, make sure to like and subscribe for more updates.